Story 1.
AITA for giving my daughter $60 a week, but my son nothing? I, 45F, have two kids, 17F and 15M. We moved earlier this year to be closer to my parents as my parents' health is declining. My daughter was excited about the move, but my son has struggled to adjust. Due to the move, my job shifted to hybrid, and I needed a work-from-home setup. My bedroom is too small, and the only options were the lounge or one of the kids' rooms during school hours. I proposed this to them, my son flat out refused, no way in hell, but my daughter offered her room and half-joked about charging me rent for the space. I thought it was fair, as I get a $20 per day work-from-home allowance. I agreed to give it to her if she was okay with me setting up a small office in her room. I work from 8:30 to 5 o'clock, and she usually starts homework right after I finish, so it's worked out well. Now the issue, my son is pissed that his sister is getting $60. I don't do regular allowances, just canteen money, about $10 per week. And other needs as they come up. I told him he had the same opportunity and was now shit out of luck. He got angry and brought up the move, saying he never gets to see his friends. For the record, I drive them back to visit every 2 weeks for visits. I told him I understood his feelings but said I wouldn't tolerate being spoken to like shit. He then started an argument with his sister too, going in on her for being an opportunistic bitch, and she called him a whiny little asshole. To cool off, I offered one of them the option to stay at their grandparents' for the night, not as a punishment but to break the tension. My son opted to go, and while dropping him off, my mom told me I was favoring my daughter and should be paying them equally. My dad disagreed, saying my son had the chance and was shit out of luck. AITA? ETA, the conversation took place over the course of the afternoon, and I didn't immediately agree to the deal with my daughter. I offered it to my son first, who reiterated hell no and get the fuck out of my room. I also should mention the reason I have the smallest room is due to the lack of insulation in the ceiling and flooring, making it damp, and as we're heading into winter I wasn't sending either kid in there. The room also fits a single bed, and a set of drawers, with essentially no other space at all. We own the house in Auckland, NZ, and I don't have the spare cash to get it insulated at the moment, or even fit any of my equipment to work from home in there.
Story 2.
AITA for not letting my neighbor's kid ruin my lawn in the name of imagination? I live in a quiet suburban neighborhood with your standard backyard, some grass, a few old trees, a weathered shed. Nothing fancy, but I try to keep it tidy. I'm on polite but not close terms with most neighbors. We wave, sometimes chat about the weather, and that's about it. There's a family 2 doors down with a boy who's maybe 9 or 10. Lately, he's gone full pirate mode. I mean fully committed. Eye patch, cardboard sword, yelling ye be cursed at squirrels. Honestly? Pretty wholesome. At first. Then I started noticing small holes in my yard. Just little ones near the fence. I assumed it was raccoons. But then the holes got bigger. One morning I went out and found the ground behind my shed completely torn up, with clumps of grass tossed around and a map pinned to the tree with a stick. Eventually I caught him out there mid-dig. I asked him what he was doing and he straight up said, "I'm hiding my treasure. No one must know. This is the perfect hiding spot." I told him calmly, "Hey, this is my yard. You can't dig here." He got a little huffy but ran off. I figured that was the end of it. Nope. Next day, there's a new hole. Bigger. A tin lunchbox half buried behind the shed. I dig it up and it's full of Pokemon cards, fake jewels, toy coins, and a few crumpled $5 bills. I bring it to his mom and explain what's going on. She immediately gets defensive. No apology. Just a heavy sigh and a well, he's just using his imagination. I think it's sweet. I told her I didn't mind the creativity, just not in my yard. She rolled her eyes and said, "Can't you just let him have this? It's not like your grass is that nice anyway." That one actually stunned me. I said, as politely as possible, that I didn't want holes being dug on my property by someone else's kid. I handed over the box and left. That night, she sends a long text telling me I humiliated her son, crushed his imagination, and created an environment where children can't feel safe being children. She said he cried for over an hour and now thinks I'm the villain in his story. Her words. I didn't reply. I get it, he's a kid. I didn't yell, I didn't shame him, and I even gave the stuff back. But I'm not thrilled about my yard being turned into a sandbox and getting insulted for not being okay with it. So, AITA for drawing a line and not entertaining a pirate storyline that involved my yard getting wrecked?